Hey guys, DOG Shadow Zero here. Welcome to my first ever live deck profile. Now this live deck profile is going to be of one of the few decks I've actually fully completed as of the moment. All my other decks are still under development, but this one, it's ready. I wouldn't necessarily call it tournament ready, it's more of a fun deck, but hey, I have fun with it. So let's begin by showing off my Gladiator Beast. First off, we start off with two Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear. Now, what Bear does, first of all, he's a Beast Warrior, which fits in nicely with Glad Beast because a lot of them are Beast Warriors, but I mainly just use Bear for the fact that he can get rid of the big beaters by destroying a Fire Formation card and just destroy any monster on the field, or rather any monster your opponent controls. Or, it is any monster. Anyway. Or the fact that he deals damage, you can add a Fire Formation card to your hand, which is also useful with Glad Beast. Next up, I have one Gladiator Beast Bestiari. He is also limited to one, so don't bother trying to use more. Basically, what Bestiari does is that, like any Glad Beast, after he attacks, or is attacked and is still on the field, and at the end of the battle phase, you can shuffle him back into the deck to special summon another Gladiator Beast. That's basically the premise of Gladiator Beast. They attack or are attacked, and then they go back into the deck to special summon another one. Now, what Bestiari does when he's special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast is that he can destroy one spell or trap card on the field. Now that's Bestiari. Now you may be thinking, why is he limited? And you will find out when we get to the extra deck. Next up, I run 3 Gladiator Beast Darius. Darius, like Bestiari, gets shuffled into the deck after attacking or is attacked. His effect in special, first of all, he is a Beast Warrior, something to remember, but also, something to keep in mind is that when he's special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, he can special summon one Gladiator Beast monster from the graveyard. However, its effects are negated. Just something to keep in mind with Darius. It helps for quick Exceed or Fusion is what something Gladiator Beasts actually do because they're a very old deck. So they fuse, but they do it very uniquely. I'll go over that in a bit. Next up we have 3 Gladiator Beasts Esquite. Winged Beast, so not fitting into the whole Beast Warrior thing, but hey. Now what Esquite does, like shuffling into the deck like every other Glad Beast, when he's brought out, you can add one Gladiator Beast card from your graveyard to your hand. That's any Gladiator Beast card. There's also spells and traps for Gladiator Beasts. Very useful. Next up, we have 3 Gladiator Beast Laquari. Now, what Laquari does is that he's basically your beater. Also Beast Warrior, keep that in mind, but not only 1800, but when he's special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, his attack becomes 2100. So he's a pretty good beater. Useful, and of course he's going to be dealing most of your damage, other than your fusions. Next up we have 1 Gladiator Beast Murmelo. You may notice he's not too strong of a beater, only being 800 attack, 400 defense. His effect though, of course, when he's special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, he destroys one monster on the field. Or one monster your opponent controls. Very, very useful for getting rid of those giant beaters that Gladiator Beasts will just kind of trouble with. Next up, Gladiator Beast Retatari. An aqua, actually. This one's a fish. What he does when he's special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster is that you can remove from play one monster or card? One card from your opponent's graveyard. Very useful for being anti-meta, especially against decks like Dark World, Light Sworn, pretty much any deck likes to have stuff in their graveyard. With Rotatari helps mess with that. Oh boy. Next up, we have 1 Gladiator Beast Succator. Weakest stats of the group. However, what Succator does is that when special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, if he is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster after he attacks or is attacked, you can special summon 2 Gladiator Beast monsters from your deck. That is so good. Not only will those Gladiator Beast monsters get their effects, but then you have 3 Gladiator Beast monsters on the field, including Succator. I mean, that is so good. The only problem is keeping Secator alive. That's the problem. Next up, we come to 3 Test Tigers. 1 secret rare. I mean, ulti. Yeah, that's ulti. 1 ulti. Basically, what Test Tiger does is that you can special summon him if you control a face-up Gladiator Beast monster, and then you can tribute him to shuffle that Gladiator Beast monster back into the deck and special summon another Gladiator Beast monster. And that counts as being special by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster. Basically, he just speeds up the deck. He allows you to shuffle back into a useless Gladiator Beast monster and then special summon another Gladiator Beast monster and get that Gladiator Beast monster's effect. That's incredibly good. Now we come to the spells and traps. Of course, first off, Dark Hole. If you don't know why Dark Hole is good, you need to learn. Such a good card, destroys all monsters on the field, basically. Such a great card. Next up, 2 Fire Formation Tenkies. Why am I running Fire Fist cards in this deck, you may ask? Because of all the Beast Warriors. Let's count. We have the Quarry, Darius, and Bear. It may not seem like that much, but those are the main one. But Laquari and Darius, in my opinion, are the main ones you want. Basically, when this card is activated, you can add 1 level 4 lower Beast Warrior monster from your deck to your hand. And all Beast Warrior monsters you control gain 100 attack. Tenki, it gives you search power. Why not? Allows you to search for Laquari and Darius or Bear if you need it. It's so good. Then we have 2 Fire Formation Tensus. Another Fire Fist card. Basically, what Fire Formation Tensu does is that during your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Beast Warrior monster in addition to your normal summoner set. Basically, you have this on the field, you can normal summon another Beast Warrior. So you can normal summon, say, a Squeak, and then normal summon Darius or Laquari in addition to it. And it's very, very good in this deck. Then we have 3 Forbidden Lances. This is kind of the money card in the deck, actually. This is what kind of makes the deck hard to make. But you kind of really want Forbidden Lance in the deck. Basically, target 1 face-up monster on the field until end phase. It loses 800 attack, but is unaffected by the effects of other spells and traps. Basically, you could use it to save your own monsters from a spell or trap, or you can use it to weaken your opponent's monsters. Basically, opponent's monster attacks, use Forbidden Lance on it, loses 800 attack, your monster kills it, and then Gladiator Beast monster gets its effect. Very, very nice. And it's a quick play. Keep that in mind. Next up, we have 3 Gladiator Proving Grounds, 1 Ultra. Look at that bad boy. But anyway. Add 1 level 4 or lower Gladiator Beast monster from your deck to your hand. Search power. In addition to Tenki, you will be searching for days, which is so good. And it's not limited to once per turn, which is nice. 2 Missile Space Typhoon, staple on any deck, destroy 1 spell check card on the field, always useful. 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, very useful card, went over that in my top staples. Compulsory Evacuation Device, again, great card, secret rare too, along my Bottomless. Suck it. 3 Gladiator Beast War Chariots. All 3 secret. Yeah. Suck it. Basically, when effect monster's effect is activated and you control a face-up Gladiator Beast monster, negate the activation and destroy it. This is a Fiendish Chain and an Effect Veiler, but this was a Fiendish Chain and Effect Veiler before Fiendish Chain and Effect Veiler existed. I mean, and you destroy the monster, it is so good. And it's a counter trap, which is very nice. Spell speed 3. 1 Mirror Force, my secret rare. Great card. And 3 Wabakus. Basically, Wabaku does make battle damage inflicted by monsters on your opponent's side of the field to 0 this turn. Basically, your opponent cannot do damage to you, and also doesn't say on the card, but it is a ruling that monsters you control cannot be destroyed. Basically, opponent's monster attacks when you Gladiator Beast. You activate Wabaku. They can't destroy your monster, and your Gladiator Beast monster will get its effect because it was attacked. So good. Anyway, that's for the main deck. Now, the extra deck isn't complete, but I have the essentials. I have 2 Gladiator Beast Esadari. 2 Gladiator Beast monsters. Basically, how you special summon any Gladiator Beast fusion is that you shuffle the fusion materials back into the deck. So say you want a special Esadari, you have Darius and a Squeet on the field. What you do, just shuffle them back into the deck. And then boom, you bring out Esadari. Esadari doesn't really have any effects other than he's a 2500 beater, which is pretty nice. That's really all there is to him though. Next up we have 2 Gladiator Beast Gezeroras. He takes Gladiator Beast Bestiari plus 1 Gladiator Beast monster. Of course you shuffle them back into the deck. Now what he does, when he is fusion summoned, you can destroy up to 2 cards on the field. That is so good. Any 2 cards you want. And he's 2400 beater, which isn't too bad. And also when he attacks or is attacked, you can shuffle him back into the extra deck and special summon 2 Gladiator Beast monsters from your deck. He is such a great card, and the reason why Bestiari is limited because of him. Then we have basically the boss monster of the deck, Gladiator Beast Herculinos. First of all, look at the guy. He is a 3000 beater. Requirements are kind of high though. He takes Gladiator Beast Laquari and 2 Gladiator Beast monsters. So you basically have to shuffle 3 back in the deck. But basically, he's a 3000 beater also with the effect that you can discard 1 card from your hand to negate the activation of effect and destroy it. I mean, not an effect, spell or trap card and destroy it. He negates spells and traps. That is so good. Herculinos is a great card. Only problem is it's kind of tough to bring him out. Next up we have Ice Beast Seraphine. One of only 2 Xyz I have for the deck right now. Basically, once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material. He takes 2 for Wind Beast monsters, but there's a Squeet and Bestiari in the deck. Basically, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls, and if you do, this card gains 300 attack for each face-up card currently on the field except this card. It become a huge beater. It really can. And then Gem Knight Pearl. Basically, only great thing about Gem Knight Pearl is he's 2600 beater, which is pretty good for just being a rank 4. And yeah, if you want other extra deck cards, just basically use standard rank 4s. Tiger King's a good one. He takes 2 Beast Warriors. Birth of the Fire Fist Tiger King. He's kind of expensive. I used to actually have him until I traded him, but yeah, Tiger King's a good one. I mean, there's lots you can use. Just use standard rank 4s. Yeah, and that pretty much does it for my Glad Beasts. If you have any questions, let me know. And I do plan on doing more live deck profiles in the future. I just need to finish my decks. And also expect another Gladiator Beast deck profile after Primal Origin, because this deck is getting support. Well, this is DOG Shadow Zero signing off. You all have a good day.